Right now on News Channel 6 at 11, early voting may be over in Georgia, but candidates are still on the trail. We check in with one congressman making a stop in Augusta before the runoff.
Plus, the Sandhills Community Center's Rich Harvest celebration puts respect, integrity, and character on full display.
And the World Cup is back. Soccer fans in Augusta set to celebrate. We'll take you to a viewing party as your news at 11 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 11.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jenny Montgomery.
I'm Brad Means. We do thank you for joining us on this Friday night as coverage you can count on begins in Georgia, where early voting is ready. It is time now for our first check of the weather.
Here's our chief meteorologist, Jenna Petracci.
Well, it is very warm outside still as we start out with our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam in downtown Aiken. And speaking of Aiken, here is a look at those high temperatures today powered by Tempest. Aiken was very toasty, 98 degrees there, 98 as well over at Mike Paget Highway in Augusta, but our official temperature at Augusta Busch Field ended up being 96 degrees. That's 5 degrees above average, but still not quite at that record of 100. However, it was feeling like over 100 degrees with some very high humidity this afternoon. Currently, we're still in the 70s and 80s, 77 in Augusta, 81 in Aiken. Wrightsville, you're at 82 degrees and 84 in Lincolnton. Dew points remain high in the 70s, and you can see it's mostly clear on satellite and radar, and it will stay that way into early tomorrow morning. Then some clouds in the afternoon, and that could lead to a few isolated showers and storms once again. It will be hot. High temperatures getting up to around 97 tomorrow, a 30% chance of storms, and then a slightly higher rain chance on Sunday with temperatures remaining pretty high. I'll have a look at your futurecast for this weekend coming up, but back to you, Brad.
All right, Jenna, thanks. A McDuffie County man facing charges tonight. It's 45-year-old Joseph Addison, accused of child molestation and aggravated child molestation. The sheriff's office asked the GBI to help investigate this case. Addison being held in the McDuffie County Detention Center.
Heads up if you're driving in Columbia County next week. There will be a temporary lane closure at the intersection of Fury's Ferry and North Bel Air Road. The right turn lane from Fury's Ferry onto Bel Air will be closed from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. Monday through Thursday. It's part of the project to widen Fury's Ferry Road.
The Richmond County school system trying to fight childhood hunger this summer with free meals for kids. Those 18 and under can get free breakfast and lunch through June 30th at 20 locations across the district. Meals are on a first-come, first-served basis, and we have a full list of all the information you need at WJBF.com.
26 Augusta students are celebrating the end of a 2-week summer program focused on character and leadership. The university is helping introduce children to cybersecurity at an early age through its Viceroy Kids Camp. The week-long camp is for students from 4th through 8th grade. They learn the basics of coding, cyber ethics, and digital safety. The main goal is helping kids understand how to think through challenges and make smart decisions online.
We're trying to introduce them to computational thinking as a way to bring them into programming. One of the things that is important for kids that early to understand is that there are pathways for them to learn more about programming. So we want to get them introduced to it as early as we can so that when they do get to high school that they're ready to maybe engage with programming.
Because in the world, there's going to be a lot of difficult things that you can't do. And I think you need to put your mind to it and maybe you can do it.
Organizers hope it leaves students with skills that could open the door to future opportunities in cyber.
Today, Congressman Rick Allen hosting a military signing. I'd say a deal.
And we have a bit of a pre-summer heat wave going on this weekend. It's going to stay hot and humid with daily chances of showers and storms. Then early next week we'll be in a wet pattern, which will cool things down. I'll have your full Vapor 6 forecast when we return.
Let's have some fun.
2020 of this year.
Gene Shalit, the longtime movie critic and TV personality, has died at the age of 100.
NBC confirmed his death, citing a family statement. Shalit spent more than 4 decades on NBC's Today Show, known for his sharp wit and pun-filled film reviews.
Shala joined today in 1968 and retired in 2010 after all that time on the air.
He's a very strong member.
And we have a bit of a pre-summer heat wave going on this weekend. It's going to stay hot and humid with daily chances of showers and storms. Then early next week we'll be in a wet pattern, which will cool things down. I'll have your full Viper 6 forecast when we return.
Let's have the live Viper 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. It was a mostly dry day, but we did have a couple severe thunderstorm warnings earlier, and no tree damage or wind damage reported. However, there was a lightning strike here that did technically take down a tree. I should say there was tree damage, just not from the wind gust. It was actually from a lightning strike, and I was tracking a lot of lightning earlier around the 7 o'clock hour in Screven County, so sadly no surprise there. But on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam right outside the station, we are now mostly clear, and it has been dry today in Augusta. 77 degrees, feeling like 79. It's a muggy night with a south-southeast wind of 7 miles per hour. And around the CSRA, a lot of us still in the 80s, especially in our northern counties where it was dry. And you can see we have a cold front on the way. Now, this cold front will not be cooling us down, but we will be bringing us some rain chances as we go into the weekend. Now, the heat stress potential is definitely there again for tomorrow. Be sure to take it easy this weekend. Stay inside as much as possible in the AC because we're going to be up to 97 on Saturday, 95 on Sunday, and notice those rain chances up to around 30 to 40% during the afternoon and evening hours. The heat index will be between 103 to 105 from noon to 6 p.m. tomorrow. We'll be starting out dry, but then some showers and storms could develop, which the good news with that is that it will cool us off. But if you are going to be outside, especially when it's not raining and we don't have much cloud cover, be sure to stay hydrated, drink plenty of electrolytes, wear sunscreen, and lightweight, loose-fitting, and light-colored clothing. And of course, once again, take plenty of breaks and try to spend some time inside as much as possible. Now, we will get some heat relief by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. High temperatures are going back into the 80s, and that's going to be thanks to more cloud cover and some rain. 60% chance of showers on Tuesday, so that'll be our best shot at seeing widespread rainfall. So you can see we'll be dry tonight through tomorrow at noon. Once we get to the peak heating of the day, we'll have a sea breeze front kicking in along with a frontal boundary approaching the area. So some scattered showers and storms could develop primarily in our southeastern counties, similar to what we had today. Dry again by Sunday morning, and then same deal as we get into the afternoon, a little bit more coverage on Sunday going into the evening. And then we're watching another cold front. This will approach us on Monday and stall out over the area, bringing scattered showers and storms Monday evening, and then again on Tuesday. And that's going to be because of this cold front. So you can see this line of showers and storms. This moves in during Tuesday afternoon, lasting into the evening, bringing those more widespread showers. We're also watching the tropics. 20% chance of development here. Shouldn't be an issue for us, but could bring some rain to Texas, as they're also going to see that merge with the cold front that's approaching. But as for our temperatures, once again falling down into the 80s, lows will be in the upper 60s early next week, but we heat right back up for Father's Day weekend, back into the lower 90s.
All right, thanks a lot, Jenna. We appreciate that. And as always at this time, we check the winning numbers from the South Carolina Lottery. Pick 3 tonight, 639.
And the Pick 4 winning numbers, 8421, Fireball 4. We'll be right back. Coming up, the Georgia Bulldogs are going to the College World Series.
The last time they won was 1990, and we're going to hear from a player on that team in sports.
Welcome to Bluebell, USA, a magical town. Around here, everyone is happy, all the time. Because ice cream is the handheld device of choice. Can Bluebell ice cream really smooth out all life's wrinkles? We think it can. Bluebell USA, where happy happens.
My husband was in a pretty serious accident, which led to my husband actually passing away, which was very hard on our family.
I was 16 years old. It was incredibly traumatic.
Being able to take the burden off of you guys to handle the legal aspect, at least gave you all a chance to kind of get through those first several years.
Austin and his team fought to the end. I'm so thankful that I found Austin.
If you've lost a loved one because of someone else's negligence, call Austin Jackson.
The WJBF Scholar Athlete Awards honor high school students from around the CSRA for outstanding achievements, both on the athletic field and in the classroom.
I'm Jim Sigg with Rebath of Augusta. Scholar athletes get the job done on the field, but more importantly, in the classroom. We encourage you to nominate a deserving high school senior athlete today. Here's how.
To nominate, go to WJBF.com and click Scholar Athlete Award under the Sports tab.
We're here to help. With Bojangles' 8-piece family meal, you can treat your family to a delicious dinner that's easier on the wallet. 8 pieces of hand-breaded chicken, a range of fixins, scratch-made biscuits, and tea. Order yours tonight. It's bow time.
Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
Well, tomorrow, the University of Georgia baseball team returns to Omaha for the first time in 18 years, trying to win the school's first national championship in the sport since 1990. A Westside grad who now lives in North Augusta was an integral part of that 1990 squad, and he is hoping to see these new Diamond Dogs repeat history. Gianna Seflu has his story.
Omaha, Nebraska. It's the greatest show on dirt.
It was surreal. It was a surreal moment, but now here it is 36 years later, and people still want to talk about it.
Terry Childers was a 2-time state champion at Westside. His family still has the copies of the Augusta Chronicle from those days. And 2 years later, he was on the receiving end of the final strike that clinched Georgia's national championship against Oklahoma State.
I was relieved, first and foremost, but we had such great pitching that whole series. We only pitched 3 guys. Mike Reben, who ended up being the College World Series MVP, Dave Fleming, and then Stan Payne. But yeah, I mean, once I caught the 3rd strike and went out to the mound, yeah, it just kind of hits you when all the guys are jumping on each other, and it's just like, wow, we did it.
The memories remain the same, while the college game has changed.
We won the championship game 2-1, so, you know, a lot more pitching and defense maybe, you know, a couple decades ago. Nowadays, you know, guys are bigger, stronger. You know, a lot more home runs are being hit. Pitchers are throwing really hard.
It's no secret that this year's Georgia squad hits for pass, feels confident that the long...
We're here to help. With Bojangles' 8-piece family meal, you can treat your family to a delicious dinner that's easier on the wallet. 8 pieces of hand-breaded chicken, a range of fixins, scratch-made biscuits, and tea. Order yours tonight. It's bow time.
Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
Well, tomorrow, the University of Georgia baseball team returns to Omaha for the first time in 18 years, trying to win the school's first national championship in the sport since 1990. A Westside grad who now lives in North Augusta was an integral part of that 1990 squad, and he is hoping to see these new Diamond Dogs repeat history. Gianna Seflu has his story.
Omaha, Nebraska. It's the greatest show on dirt.
It was surreal. It was a surreal moment, but now here it is 36 years later, and people still want to talk about it.
Terry Childers was a 2-time state champion at Westside. His family still has the copies of the Augusta Chronicle from those days. And 2 years later, he was on the receiving end of the final strike that clinched Georgia's national championship against Oklahoma State.
I was relieved, first and foremost, but we had such great pitching that whole series. We only pitched 3 guys. Mike Reben, who ended up being the College World Series MVP, Dave Fleming, and then Stan Payne. But yeah, I mean, once I caught the 3rd strike and went out to the mound, yeah, it just kind of hits you when all the guys are jumping on each other, and it's just like, wow, we did it.
The memories remain the same, while the college game has changed.
We won the championship game 2-1, so, you know, a lot more pitching and defense maybe, you know, a couple decades ago. Nowadays, you know, guys are bigger, stronger. You know, a lot more home runs are being hit. Pitchers are throwing really hard.
It's no secret that this year's Georgia squad hits for power. Childers feels confident that the long ball can carry them all the way to the championship series.
I don't think anybody's really been able to pitch against us successfully. You know, maybe a few innings, but, you know, our 1 through 9, I mean, we can hit. We all got power. I just don't see anybody outscoring us, to be honest with you.
One common denominator from this year's squad to that championship team, their undeniable chemistry.
We have a team, a text thread from the 90 team, so we've all been texting back and forth this whole, year, and especially this last series. And several folks are going to go out there and watch them in person, but everybody else will be glued to their TV and pulling for the dogs.
Georgia will take the field against Texas on Saturday, 8 p.m. in Omaha.
And a new head coach is now at the helm for Fox Creek football. An internal hire, David Sammons, was announced head coach of the Predators just the other day. He brings over a decade of coaching experience, beginning at Augusta Christian, then Allen University, Richmond Academy, and then Fox Creek as the Preds offensive coordinator. And now on to golf. We head to...
Still ahead, faster than the speed of sound, but don't expect a boom.
How NASA's X-59 could change the future of air travel.
At Tile Center, we deliver exquisite tile and stone, expert advice, innovations in materials, and extraordinary value. We've been bringing your visions to life since 1961. So, why Tile Center? Well, Tile Center once again is the winner of the Best of Home Award. Come see why for yourself at any of our locations, Augusta, Martinez, Statesboro, or Aiken, or online at tilecenter.com. Tile Center, your tile and stone experts.
I've been blessed with...
Here's one more look at our 10-day forecast. Up to 97 degrees tomorrow. A warm morning as well. 76 to start your Saturday. We'll have a dry morning and then afternoon showers and storms possible. Rain chance at 30%, then up to 40% on Sunday. Our highest chance of rain comes in on Tuesday, and at that point it will be much cooler with a high of only 83.
4, 5, 7, supersonic.
That's NASA's X-59 aircraft. It hit a major milestone last week when it went supersonic for the first time.
NASA says it reached a top speed of Mach 1, or 713 miles per hour. It's designed to fly at supersonic speeds while creating only a quiet thump instead of a loud sonic boom.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you watching tonight. Make sure to download our mobile app so you can get breaking news and weather 24/7.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Good night.